Where are the cats in Bluey's world? It's a question you might not have thought to ask, but once it's on your mind, it's hard to ignore. In a universe where dogs live in houses, drive cars, and run cities, why don't we see cats strolling the streets or running businesses? Are they hiding? Did something happen to them? Or is there a bigger story we're just not seeing? Today, we're diving into this feline mystery, exploring theories and possibilities that might just explain why cats seem to be missing from Bluey's world. Let's unravel the clues and see if we can uncover the truth. Actually, in some episodes of Bluey, cats are clearly appreciated. The girls own cat-themed toys, and Cat Squad is so beloved that Muffin even has a tricycle modeled after the show. Yet, despite this feline admiration, not a single real cat has appeared on screen. We know wild animals exist in Bluey's world, as evidenced when Bandit and Bluey visit the vet, but the absence of live cats raises big questions. One theory is that cats, like dogs, have their own cities, schools, and families in this animated world. Supporting this idea is how feline plush toys in the show are depicted on two legs, much like the anthropomorphic dogs we see. This subtle detail hints that cats could have evolved similarly to dogs, living organized lives in their own spaces. In the episode Cinema, Bluey and her family go to watch a movie called Chunky Chimp. The characters in the movie look suspiciously like actual monkeys, not just cartoon representations, but real chimps with their own organized society. What if these aren't just actors? What if monkeys have their own country, just like the dogs in Bluey's world? Think about it. What if each country in Bluey's universe is dominated by a specific species? In Australia, dogs of all breeds live together in harmony, running schools, working jobs, and raising families. But in another country, like China or Japan, chimpanzees or other primates might be the dominant species. They could have their own cities, industries, and even their own movie industry, as seen in Chunky Chimp. It doesn't stop there. Imagine England being run by pigs. Think Peppa Pig's family, only with cars and mortgages. The US may be horses and other equines dominate there, which could explain why Bluey and Bingo are obsessed with pony and unicorn toys. Japan, cats, and other felines might rule the scene, much like the popular animated shows that characters in Bluey seem to love. In one memorable Bluey episode, Honey and Bluey pretend to be cats, mimicking feline behavior in a fun and playful way. It's a moment that makes you stop and wonder about the role of cats in Bluey's world. Another curious instance happens during the episode where Bandit and Bluey take an injured bird to the vet. In the vet's office, we see something intriguing: a dog on the right and a cat on the left, both as non-humanoid pets, unlike the anthropomorphic dogs we see throughout the series. Could it be that in the Bluey universe, evolution took a unique turn, giving dogs a head start while leaving other species behind? Or is there something deeper going on? A deliberate choice by the creators to spotlight dogs while keeping other animals as part of the background. If this theory holds up, every part of the world might be run by a different animal species. Dogs, monkeys, pigs, horses, and cats could all live in their own countries, functioning like humans do. It's a fun idea to think about, right? But what about the other animals? Not all animals in Bluey's world seem to have reached the same level of evolution. Octopuses, fish, and marine creatures are only ever seen in books, on TV, or in Bandit's archaeology stories. Sheep and goats appear in passing, but never seem to be running cities or attending school. It's almost like they stayed ordinary. In the episode Magic Asparagus, Bandit impersonates various animals, including goats and sheep, but they don't behave like dogs or other advanced species. This suggests that some animals just never made the leap into Bluey's anthropomorphic world. Here's where things get a little unsettling. What if the lack of other species isn't due to geography or evolution, but something much darker? In Bandit's archaeology office, there's a drawing that shows early canine history, a time when dogs weren't as civilized as they are now. Could this hint at a past where dogs became the dominant species by eliminating others? It sounds grim, but consider this. Bandit is the only archaeologist we see in the series, so we're limited to what he and other dog scientists believe. If dogs wiped out or suppressed other species to ensure their dominance, it's possible the truth has been rewritten or even forgotten. On the surface, it's fun to imagine a world where dogs in Australia, pigs in England, and chimps in China all live in their own advanced societies. It's like a kid-friendly version of Planet of the Apes, with each species thriving in their own own space. But there's always that lingering possibility that dogs might have taken a less friendly route to the top. What do you think? Are other animals thriving in their own corners of the world, or is Bluey's world a little darker than it seems? Either way, it's one of those mysteries that makes Bluey even more fascinating to watch. There's another curious clue. In the episode where Bluey and Bingo play doctors, Bingo hilariously suggests that Bandit might be pregnant with a cat after one supposedly crawled into his belly button during the night. While this is obviously playful nonsense, it suggests that cats are thought of as existing in society, capable of reproduction, and even being part of the larger world in some way. Could this mean cats and dogs coexist, but simply live separately, each thriving in their own communities? This theory aligns with the idea that Bluey's world mirrors our own, but with species-centric cities. Just as dogs dominate the Australian-inspired setting of the show, cats might inhabit their own parallel city. In Bluey, dogs live much like humans, but not all dogs in the series display these behaviors right away. Take Socks, Bluey's youngest cousin, for example. Early in the series, Socks behaves more like a conventional dog, walking on all fours, barking, and even playfully biting. Over time, however, she begins to mirror the other dogs in her family, walking upright and speaking. This progression mirrors human development, where children initially rely on instinctive behaviors before imitating the societal norms they observe in adults. Socks' transformation raises a compelling question. Could this developmental journey apply to all animals in the Bluey universe? Could this include cats? And if so, how might their behavior evolve alongside the dogs? In the episode Pass the Parcel, Lucky's dad, Pat, changes the game rules, and the young puppies respond by howling in protest. This behavior is a nod to the wild instincts still present in the younger generation. While these traits fade as the puppies grow and adapt to societal norms, they suggest that all animals in Bluey might retain traces of their wilder origins. If dogs can progress from instinct-driven pups to upright, language-speaking members of society, it's possible that cats follow a similar path. Could feline societies exist just outside of Bluey's Australia, evolving in parallel but retaining some cat-specific quirks, like always landing on their feet? Hints of a possible rivalry between cats and dogs emerge in Bluey. For example, the in-universe Cat Squad cartoon flips real-world roles, with cats policing dogs instead of the other way around. The protagonists, Kate, Cooper, and Cleo, are feline peacekeepers who hunt down canine criminals. While this is presented humorously, it could hint at underlying tensions between the two species. Further evidence comes from Bandit's work as an archaeologist. During a lecture, he describes the evolution of dogs, showing an ancient cave dog holding a cat on its shoulders as if it had hunted it. This imagery suggests that the relationship between cats and dogs in Bluey's world might not be entirely peaceful. All this evidence paints an intriguing picture. Cats likely exist in the Bluey universe, but their absence from the dog-dominated setting suggests they live in separate societies. Much like the dogs in Bluey represent humans, cats may have their own cities and cultures shaped by feline instincts and behaviors. Whether they coexist peacefully with dogs and history is a question the show has yet to answer. Perhaps future episodes will explore this hidden aspect of the Bluey world, giving us a closer look at the mysterious cats and their role in this vibrant, dog-centric universe. In the Bluey episode Takeaway, Bandit and his daughters visit a Chinese restaurant, and what's interesting is that it's also run by dogs. This subtle detail could suggest that the Bluey version of China, like Australia, is predominantly populated by dogs instead of pandas or other animals. If this pattern holds true, it may imply that dogs have become the dominant species worldwide. But what about other animals, especially cats? Why haven't they evolved in the same way? One theory could be that dogs were uniquely equipped to adapt after humans disappeared. As man's best friend, they might have inherited human behaviors, creating societies and mimicking human activities, while other animals remained wild and unchanged. This could explain why animals like birds, turtles, and fish in the Bluey universe still act like real-world creatures rather than adopting human traits. Here's where things take a darker turn. What if dogs didn't just out-evolve other species? They actively eliminated their competition. It's a brutal idea, but in nature, survival often means dominating rivals. Could dogs have hunted or displaced other intelligent species like cats to secure their spot at the top of the food chain? The show even hints at this possibility. In one episode, Bandit, an archaeologist, presents an image of a Stone-Age dog holding a lifeless kitten, as if it were prey. This eerie moment raises questions about whether a violent history shaped the dog-dominated society we see in Bluey. Another theory is that Bluey takes place in a post-apocalyptic world. Imagine a devastating global event, like a nuclear war, wiping out humanity. Dogs, due to their close bond with humans, might have adapted to fill the void. Over generations, they began mimicking human behavior, walking upright, speaking, and building civilizations, while other animals remained in their natural states. This idea aligns with Bandit's archaeologist role. In an unreleased episode, he supposedly discovers the bones of the first dog to walk on two legs, marking the beginning of this evolutionary leap. From there, dogs could have developed tools, mastered fire, and created the societies we see in Bluey. These theories paint a wildly different picture of the Bluey universe than we're used to. Are dogs the benevolent rulers of a post-human world, or is there a darker history lurking beneath the surface? And where do cats fit into this story? Forgotten rivals, hidden survivors, or something else entirely? Leave a comment with your thoughts, and let's unravel the mystery together. If you've enjoyed diving into these theories, be sure to stick around because the next idea might just blow your mind.